Hi. It's Mindful Monday on Thursday. And I was of two minds, if you would, today. One was to begin a series of Mindful Monday posts called Not Today. And these posts are inspired by a coaching session that my friend and mentor Yvonne De La Flor led me in. And we had been exploring the ways in which, even as the toolbox that I carry gets bigger and bigger, and till it almost looks like one of those rolling carts, in a mechanic shop. I have so many tools. And I'm thrilled and grateful every time I can feel them as a resource within me. But there are those times when it doesn't seem like the tools are anywhere to be found. And the reactivity within me is activated. And I have slowed down enough so that I know that it's coming out of my mouth, or the thought is beginning to form inside. And she said, well, you could explore things like blaming yourself for not demonstrating self-mastery, for not implementing what you know how to do. Or, she said, why don't you try this and see how it works? And she said, the next time that you feel reactive and the thought begins to form that's negative, that's judgmental, that's selfish, that's mean-spirited, whatever it is, that's filled with a sense of lack of abundance, just very calmly say to your inner self, not today. I choose to not have this thought today. No space for it today. I'm not setting myself up for, oh no, I did it again. I'm not asking some kind of blind perfection from myself. So I don't know if you ever have those thoughts, if you don't find yourself being critical and judgmental. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I didn't do it right. Oh, I was afraid. Oh, I was limiting. Whatever that thought is, they shouldn't have said that. They shouldn't have done that. They didn't appreciate me. Whatever the thought is, you simply hold up a mental stop sign and you say to the thought, not today. And you take a breath and you make a different thought. You choose one. So I thought to myself, well, I don't know, how that's going to work. I don't know what I think about that. So anyway, after the coaching session, as often happens in life, the experience arrived for me to implement not today. And I was so amazed how easy it was, how kind it was to myself, how there was no judgment or criticism or story about what I should or shouldn't be thinking. Simply, not today. And I chose a different thought. So I've been reflecting on the power of something so simple as the thought, not today. Now, is it clothed in a $1,000 self-help course? Nope. Is it got a whole bunch of activities to do? Nope. Does it require sitting at the master's knee? No. It is simply an elegant, simple choice. When the thought arises in that moment, like that, when it comes up and it's on its way out, you simply say to the thought, not today. I have found myself using this thought, that phrase, many, many times in the past few weeks. So we maybe first discussed this about maybe 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so I was sharing with Yvonne how effective I found this to be. And she said, well, have you thought about framing Mindful Monday posts around not today and pick a different topic each time? So today, this is what I invite you to think about. I can only speak for myself. And I know that there are many times when, regardless of what appears on the outside, on the inside is the judgmental thought. And I notice that mine kind of come in categories, if you would. Like, I don't have judgmental thoughts when I look at my jasmine and say, you shouldn't be growing like that. I don't have judgmental thoughts even about most, like, for example, most politicians. I do have judgmental thoughts when the behavior of another person enters into my field and it feels maybe not respectful. It feels not kind. So what I have noticed using that phrase to myself, you never say it out loud. It's only to yourself. It's a conversation with your thoughts about your thoughts. So I invite you to think about, like in the Matrix, the red pill and the blue pill, and one of them leads to freedom and the other one leads to enslavement. So when those thoughts arise, let's pick, for this week I'm going to continue to focus on the thoughts about others, that they're not being realistic, they're not being reasonable, they're not being whatever they're not being. And so before I open my mouth and give them advice about what they could do differently, before I complete the thought about what they could do differently, I simply, elegantly, and briefly say to myself, not today. I find the thought, literally, it's as if it steps back. It's like it dissolves. And it leaves me a space for a different thought. And I feel freer. I feel lighter. I feel even more aware than I did before. So this week I'm going to continue to focus on those thoughts about judgment of others. for what they shouldn't do or what they should do. And when the thoughts arise, I'm going to say to myself, not today. It is such a judgment-free thought. There's no criticism, there's no should, have to, must, shouldn't. I'm simply saying, not today. I invite you to try it. Try on the thought, not today. The next time you find yourself in a situation where the thought that's building, the story that's beginning, the words that are getting ready to come out of your mouth are about what someone should or shouldn't do, simply say to yourself, not today, and choose a different thought.